at a point where most people in America feel that they're not being represented by either major political party. We're at a moment when people don't feel their voices are being heard, they don't think their interests are being served, they really feel abandoned, they feel politically homeless. And that's not just an observation that you pick up on when you go out and talk to people. It shows up in Gallup polling, it shows up in Pew Research, it shows up in all the major media polls. You look at that polling, and it shows that the percentage of Americans who refuse to identify with either major party is at its highest level in 3/4 of a century. That condition it amounts to being politically homeless. And Blue Jean Nation is about trying to build housing for the politically homeless, to create a place that people want to belong, or people want to join, they want to be part of this because it speaks to interests that they have and feelings that they're feeling that are being ignored by the major political parties at this moment. And really, this is about creating conditions where people can reconnect meaningfully to politics and to decision making in our society, because we've reached a point now where so many people, because they're feeling politically homeless, are simply checking out. They're deciding that they're going to head for the sidelines. They're going to throw up their hands and they're going to say, "I'm out. I'm not going to be involved." And you have to admit that condition is endemic to American politics today. There's an awful lot of people who aren't voting. There's an awful lot of people who aren't participating. They're not engaging in active citizenship because they don't see a channel. They don't see a path that they can follow that will get them satisfaction, that will make them feel as though they belong to a household that is looking out for their interests. And that's what we need to recreate in our society. There have been moments in the past, not in our lifetimes, but in the past, when people were similarly feeling politically homeless. They felt that the major parties had abandoned them and weren't listening to them, weren't serving their interests. And they mounted citizen movements that compelled those parties to come back to them, to reconnect with them meaningfully. And that's what we have to do in our time.